Hi, welcome back. So chapter 9 continues chapter 8, and I already in a previous video told you about some of the employer taxes to kind of set the stage as you're doing employee stuff. So employer also have to pay some stuff. They pay FUTA, federal unemployment tax, SUTA, state unemployment tax, and they're also going to be paying maybe part of your insurance and other benefits like vacation and bonuses and so on. So because you're so familiar with chapter 8 at this point, chapter 9 is really kind of on that side where it's much more in tune with the payroll world. So the other money that you did in chapter 8 coming from you is employee from your check. Employer does the same thing and submits to the same organizations. So they also gonna assess on their end and say tax expense, payroll tax expense, and set it up. So it's really nothing too unusual. I think chapter 8 is probably much more harder. Something to keep in mind, FUTA tax is actually if the state has a federal unemployment program, this federal government would reimburse them. So they say, hey, you guys gonna manage your money, just submit us 0.6% because we're going to give you credit for it. You don't have to do too much with that. You have to just understand that it exists. There's a few states that do not have an employment program. When that's the case, right? When that's the case, the federal government steps in when people become unemployed, and then the employer pays just FUTA tax. And this is that 7,000 maximum that I mentioned. So if you employed and you made 20,000, for your employee, right? Your employee, if you are a boss, you would pay on first $7,000 FUTA tax, and as soon as they earn that 7,000, so let's say they made 20, the rest of 13,000 you don't have to pay tax on. So this is how it works, and then they would be completing them. So there's workers' compensation, insurance, and all this other stuff, and I do like the broader view story, so please do read the story to just try to understand how it works in other countries, right? And how might some companies like automatic data processing have to deal with other cultural expectations of what they should be paying. So what's going on in US might be different if you have a company in Brazil or France. This is our last chapter, so study hard, don't give up, and learn as much as you can from it.